Glenn Beck says something I completely agree with, but for all the wrong reasons. Glenn Beck says we are going to be remembered as an insane society. Glenn Beck now has started filming the morning meetings that happen at his program. Can you imagine being an employee of Glenn Beck and having to sit there? The morning meetings are probably bad enough, but they're now putting cameras in the morning meetings, and you have to really look emotionally riveted based on what Glenn Beck is saying. Take a look at that. Let's listen to this. Here is Glenn Beck explaining how the future will look back at today's society.
We are going to be remembered as an insane society, as a society that is just totally unhinged, totally disconnected from reality. This resets at some point. You know, it's not going to continue to spiral like this. Eventually, our lies and our illusions collapse, and we all wake up with a hangover. And how hard is the barfing going to be the next morning?
He's completely right. I mean, we have large segments of American society thinking that the earth is 6,000 years old, that gay people are the biggest problem we're facing, and that they are demonic and are dooming our country, that the president is some kind of secret Muslim operative, that demons can attach themselves to clothes, and that exorcisms are a real and reasonable way to excise those demons, that if you cut the taxes of the richest Americans, the money will trickle down and it will help poverty and relieve poverty, that the best system for us for healthcare, in spite of what every other country at our level of development has figured out, is a for-profit system connected to employment. It is an insane time. We've said it many times, Lewis. Medical research is being slowed down by religious elements. This is an insane time, but not for any of the reasons Glenn Beck thinks it is.
Well, maybe for a few. I'm sure he's talking partially about the NSA and surveillance and the Big Brother stuff that's happening.
But the thing about that, Lewis, here's the thing. I see what you're saying, but every technological advancement and every method of communication in the history of humans has come with surveillance of that method. So that's not new. We could be for or against that, but that's not unique. As soon as we had telegraph services, those could be spied on. Going even further back, when there was drum-based communication between tribes miles away, you could steal the code for the communication with the drum. So there's nothing unique about this time period as far as that goes.
That's true. That's true. I mean, overall, I can think of more reasons why we'll be remembered as an insane society, as opposed to being remembered as, a groundbreaking, progressive, great society.
Right. And we are still doing those positive things. There are still those progressive things. But I agree. We're going to look back at a lot of elements of today's society and say, what on earth were people thinking? But a lot of them will be the ones Glenn Beck agrees with. Let's take a break. Next, we will talk about the guns everywhere bill in Georgia, and of course, your voicemails and much more. It's great to be back. A lot happening today. DavidPakman.com.